Hi Taurus, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm doing your general messages for the next 2 weeks, so let's get straight into it. First card you got is Observer, and it says here, most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek, and you'll indeed find. So I do see that maybe, sorry, I'm just going to turn on a light here. I do see that maybe you're in a place of trying to kind of see things from a different perspective, but like taking time to yourself to be able to kind of understand the people around you and the situations you're in and why you feel the way you do and that type of thing. Then we have the waxing moon, and it says the energy is gaining momentum. During the waxing moon cycle, hope springs eternal. This card is a very positive omen, indicating that you can create the reality you're dreaming of, though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up. Emotions are building too. Where do you want to go, and do you believe that you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you are most certainly on the right track. I know I'm headed in the right direction. The situation is full of potential. Your dream can come true. More effort is yet required. Are you willing to give it? Review your goals and ensure you're still committed, and keep moving forwards. So I do see that this is a time for you that, you know, things are going to go in the direction that you wanted to, but maybe there's some sort of work that you do need to put into it. And maybe you're in a place right now where you're like, I don't know if I'm willing to do that, to put in the work towards this relationship, or to put in the work towards bettering myself, or towards, you know, getting that promotion or changing my job or whatever it is. And you're starting to kind of see things from that different perspective. And then we have Armadillo Spirit, and it says set healthy boundaries. So it says here, learning to set healthy boundaries is the gift of Armadillo Spirit. You are entering into a phase where, in order for you to be in alignment with your intentions and co-create your best life, you may have to be discerning and say no to many things that may have been okay for you in the past. This also means that you need to learn where you end and where others begin, what is your own and what is not. Know your limits and understand that it is an empowering choice to say no to what doesn't feel right. Armadillo Spirit is here to tell you it's time to be honest with yourself about what you really want. Be clear on what you are agreeing to, declare what your needs are, and say no as a full sentence. These are acts of respect and kindness to others as well as yourself. Trust your body's signals and you will know what to do. Armadillo Spirit guides you in making good decisions that are grounded in a strong sense of what belongs to you and what does not. So it's kind of like cleaning up your side of the street. Like, what is it that is your issues that you're dealing with, and what is other people's issues that you find yourself dealing with because you're trying to maybe be helpful, or because you're trying not to hurt someone's feelings, or, you know, something along those lines. And it's kind of saying no to the things that you don't want to do, the issues that you don't want to deal with, or something like that that's not yours to deal with. It's about kind of dealing with your own issues, but not taking in like on someone else's stuff. So let's see, what does the tarot have to say for you, Taurus? Okay, so let's see for Taurus, what are the messages for Taurus, what's coming in, and what does Taurus need to know. 10 of Wands wanted to pop out there, but maybe you're just feeling a bit overwhelmed and burnt out a bit. Let's see for Taurus. So we have the 10 of Cups, we have the 3 of Wands, we have the Page of Cups, we have the 5 of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Magician. So bottom of the deck we have the Tower. Tower is Scorpio energy. With the Magician, we have Aries, Gemini, and Virgo energy. We also have with the King of Cups and Page of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. So with the Tower being at the bottom of the deck, you might be going through something that's kind of unexpected, like something happened that kind of shocked you, maybe pulled the rug from underneath you or something along those lines, but it's kind of feeling like maybe your emotions are feeling a little bit chaotic at this time. And you could be going through like the death of an ego and trying to kind of get more into like a spiritual sense, or maybe it's a lesson that the universe is kind of showing you to try and help you let go of your ego in some way. The Ten of Cups here is your focus. So I do see you wanting happiness, not only for you, but for everyone around you, for your family, for your friends, for your relationships. Like, you're wanting to bring in harmony between all of you guys and just have that ultimate joy and happy times with each other. And maybe that's why you're so set on helping other people and like not knowing where you end, because other people's happiness is so important to you. We do have the Three of Wands here. So this is in your 3D world with your career, your business, your job, whatever it is. So I do see you trying to kind of maybe plan for the future, but in order for you to make any sort of moves forward, which you're wanting to do, you're kind of needing to wait for something to happen first before you can do that. So I do see you being patient, but maybe having to like distance yourself from work at this time, or from your business at this time, just to kind of maybe gain some sort of perspective, or wait, like I said, for something to happen before you can make a move. The Page of Cups is in your relationships, your connections, platonic and romantic, as well as your feelings. So I do see that you are, you might be feeling like you need to apologize to someone, or like as if someone owes you an apology or something like that. But you are also allowing yourself to kind of fantasize and daydream about the future, about what your relationships would look like. How would you feel in the future, and you're allowing yourself to kind of believe in the impossible, really kind of sitting in that daydreaming type of energy. Five of Wands is in your thoughts. So you could be kind of conflicted at the moment with what you want to do. You could be feeling like there's a lot of competition out there. Like, why would someone accept your job application over someone else's? Or why would that person want to go for you instead of like the other people that like all maybe want to court them? It's kind of just feeling very much like up and down in your head, like fighting with yourself. It could be that your head is fighting your heart at this time, of what you want. And then we have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is in one of your goals. So you are going to get to a point of emotional stability if that's something that you've been struggling with lately. Like, you'll get to a point where you are feeling happy within yourself and peaceful, and you are a very kind and caring person. And I do see that continuing, but it's kind of being kind and caring, but also like it says in this one, it's like knowing where you end and someone else begins. So it's not about being selfish, it's about being that kind person, but also knowing when enough is enough for you. And then we have the Magician, and the Magician is the outcome. So you are going to be manifesting things into your life, and you're going to be realizing that you have all the tools you need to make a situation come to fruition for you. So if there's something that you really want right now, like, that is you being able to kind of take action on making that happen, even if it feels like it's impossible to you with that Page of Cups there. So let's get some clarifiers for you, Taurus. Okay, so what does Taurus need to know in the next 2 weeks? So what is the Ten of Cups here? Let's clarify the Ten of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so your focus is maybe communicating what is going to make you happy, and maybe a conversation of like what's going to make you both happy, if it's a relationship, or the whole family happy, or sitting down and really communicating the truth about this. We also have the Justice card at the bottom of the deck. It's about bringing balance into the situation, maybe a win-win outcome, something that's fair for both of you, and that you both want. So what is the Three of Wands? we have the King of Cups in the reverse. So I do see that maybe you're unhappy in your job. It's not bringing you any sort of fulfillment right now, and you're trying to kind of make some sort of moves, but you have to wait for it to be able to do that. And there's the Tower again, that Scorpio energy. So I do see that, you know, something unexpected could be happening at work, or maybe you're getting some sort of unexpected feelings about it, and it's just like maybe a sudden realization that this job just doesn't fulfill you anymore, and you need to kind of plan for the future to move somewhere else. Or you're just dealing with people who at work who maybe aren't cooperating with you and are maybe being a little bit nasty, and just trying to kind of move past this in some way and to try to distance yourself from these people. So what's the Page of Cups? We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so there's definitely something that you're trying to kind of offer someone else. You're moving from a page to a knight, which is basically saying that, like, you're first dreaming about this thing and believing that this can happen, and once you kind of figure out what it is that, and actually believing that this can happen, you will start to kind of make the moves towards making that offer towards someone else, being more romantic, sweeping someone off their feet, like that type of thing. Otherwise, this could be something that you're wanting and you're imagining, and that can be a possibility for you if you allow it. We do have the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck, so this also could be about you feeling very defensive over your energy, over your time, over your emotions right now, maybe because you're going through some sort of like emotional stuff at the moment, which is what we did see with the waxing moon here. And the Observer, it's kind of like you're trying to kind of stand your ground in something and stand up for yourself, but at the same time you're trying to do it in a very kind, polite way while still trying to have some sort of romantic relationship. So what is the Five of Wands? We have the Four of Wands. So you're having some sort of conflicting thoughts about, it probably is your home life, about what you want for your own stability, about possibly even, you know, committing to someone, like really getting married or something along those lines. But I'm mostly just feeling like there's a lot of, conflict going on when you're kind of sitting at home alone, maybe by yourself. And then we have Strength at the bottom of the deck. So you're trying to kind of overcome a situation and really focus on what is going to bring you happiness and bring you to that next step of your life where you've kind of passed this milestone and you can leave this behind and celebrate the fact that you are where you are right now. And you are going to be overcoming that, you know. So what is the King of Cups? We have the Two of Swords. So with your goal, if you're kind of coming up against people who are like kind of blocking you or coming up to like a stalemate with something or something like that, it's kind of like you're accepting that and coming to terms with that and just trying to find your own emotional stability. But I also just see that you're finding peace by spending time not letting other people's energies or problems get to you in some way. We do have the King of Wands. You're more going to be focused on your own goals and your own passions and what's going to make you happy and bring you joy and fulfillment and excitement, rather than getting involved in other people's dramas or issues or that type of thing. So what is the Magician? We have the King of Pentacles. So basically we have the Magician and the King of I was just thinking there about that we have multiple kings on the table, and we did also see the king. So we have the King of Cups, we have the King of Pentacles, and we did also see in the shadows of this one the King of Wands. So the one that's missing is the King of Swords. So maybe there's someone who's been quite cold to you, someone who's like thinking very logically and making logical decisions rather than like opening up from their heart or, you know, going towards their passions or something like that. So I do feel like maybe that's someone that you're dealing with at the moment, and maybe that's something that you're trying to kind of find peace within or figure out, can you, maybe that's your own energy of like trying to analyze the situation, trying to figure out what's the best way forward with this logically, what makes sense. with the Magician and the King of Pentacles here, it's kind of like you manifesting in firstly like wealth, you know, getting to a place where you're financially stable, you are in a good place, you know, with not only your finances but also with your relationships and your commitments and that type of thing, but just really getting to a place of feeling like you can provide for yourself, you can provide for other people, not only financially but also with your time, your energy, your efforts, and trying to get past this burden that you've been feeling, like really letting go of the issues that it says that aren't yours, like setting up those boundaries and knowing where you end and where someone else begins. Like, you don't need to carry the weight of this anymore. You can let it go. It's the end of this tough time. And you're manifesting this in, so just keep doing that. So let's move on to your love reading for Taurus. Okay. So, let's see. What is Taurus feeling for their person for the next 2 weeks? Okay, I was just seeing if another card would come up, but I do feel like this is the one. So we have thinking, missing you, craving and desiring. So yeah, you're going into that King of Swords type of energy where you're like, let me just think about this. Let me analyze it to see, is it the right thing for me? But not only that, you're kind of thinking about the situation and being like, you know, I really do miss this person. I do want them in my life. I do want some sort of connection with them, but I also, you know, need to think about what's best for me and what I want. And then we do have divine masculine, yang and masculine energy. There's definitely been a lot of masculine energy in this reading, with all the kings and, you know, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups, you know, all of that stuff. The Ace of Swords is kind of a masculine energy as well. So I do just see that maybe you are in this energy of like really wanting to kind of be practical about this, think things through, plan it properly, and then take action towards it. So what is the no, sorry, not the outcome. What is Taurus's person's feelings for Taurus? We have twin flames, mirroring shared feelings and reflection. So they could be feeling like, firstly, you have a soulmate connection of like this twin flames, like you guys are very connected, but also that you guys, you know, are mirroring each other. Like, you know, sometimes they mirror the worst parts of you to yourself, and by them being that way, and vice versa. So they could be feeling that. And then we have trapped, stuck, tied down and captive. They kind of feel like, you know, they don't know what to do to kind of get out of this connection of just feeling like this push and pull, back and forward type of energy. So what is the outcome between these two over the next 2 weeks? Second chance, reconciliation, making amends, and opportunity. I did say that, like, I do see that you're maybe apologizing or making an offer here to someone else, but also vice versa, possibly receiving that. But not only that, like I said, you're like feeling like you need to stand up for yourself and set your boundaries in some way, but also by showing love and wanting some sort of romance. We do have past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, and karmic lessons. So it seems like this is going to happen again, basically, between you and this person, of, you know, coming back around together. Like, there's still lessons to be learned in this situation. And that's a good thing, because if there's no lessons to be learned, it's done. And then there's nothing left here. So let's see, what do the romance angels have to say for Taurus? The next 2 weeks, what's coming in for Taurus in their love life? Okay, so we have, what do we have? We have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So there's definitely something that you need to forgive from the past. We do have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So maybe taking that time to really kind of set those boundaries and figure out what it is that you actually want. And then we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So that definitely, I do see that coming in. And then we do have very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So I do see that this is a time for you really kind of going within and thinking about what it is that you want out of a connection or out of a job or that type of thing, but majority it could be this connection with all of this being here. Okay, so let's see. Now this is usually messages from your person. It's usually for people in separation, so please only take what resonates, but let's see what comes out. For Taurus's person, what would they say? We have just being near you is intoxicating. What else for Taurus's person? Yeah, definitely that twin flame energy. We have, I know that I was a distraction from your pain. Maybe if you're going through something, then maybe they feel like they were there for you, trying to help you through a situation. So what else for Taurus? We have, I hid who I really am from you. So maybe they're not really showing their true selves or what they really want out of fear or something like that. And then we do have, I feel you even though we are apart. So there's still that deep connection with that twin flames energy over there. So Taurus, that's what I have for you. I hope it resonated. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up. I really would appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I will see you guys again either next week for your love reading or the following week again for your general messages. Take care.